Hi Libras, and welcome to your July 2019 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to update you on some of the energies coming up for your sign, which look very incredible, very transformative, and a lot to articulate on. So let's get into it. I hope you all are doing well. The energies of July are quite a lot to handle and quite a lot to work with. Everyone is seeing a strong end and strong beginning, as July tends to be one of the most potent times of the year of endings and beginnings. There's something about the Cancer to Leo transition that prepares us to hit the horizon of the chart, which is at the 6th house line, which comes in Virgo time. And so we have to really wrap up some of the older things that have been going on, really shed dead foliage, really let go of what's no longer serving in preparation for, the real thing as we move through the rest of the zodiac and above the horizon. Lots of jargon there, but I think that this Cancer to Leo time for you, Libra, is going to really show you a boost in confidence. I sense you rising above insecurity, being able to see the truth of things, and there might be some ugly truth coming up. Whenever I see Judgment and the Moon together in a reading, sometimes I do think of ugly truth, or like truth that we didn't expect, or like secrets coming out that can definitely be an interpretation. But you have the really beautiful upright Queen of Pentacles, which says to me that anything that happens this month is going to be okay for you. Like, you're going to see why it had to happen. You're going to see why that truth had to be spoken. And people around you might be more uncomfortable or might be more taking it more hard than you do, as all of the other court cards in this reading are reversed. So you might see that people are a bit cross with you, or people are not quite satisfied with what you're giving in or what you're providing, but it's not really a you thing. It's like a them thing. I think that you might be surrounded by a lot of people who just are not satisfied with themselves, and that could spur a bit of conflict. You have that Five of Wands coming up. I see a lot of people with ego problems potentially being around, and I think that you are really called to maybe transform your support network or transform the people around you. I don't so much mean like changing them or trying to take charge of their inner world, but what I mean is like maybe pulling in different people, or maybe changing how you interact or how often you interact, because I do think that people might be kind of pulling you down a little bit. And you're starting off that first week, just to get into the week to week. Queen of Pentacles rooted down by Judgment. That's the healthiest, most clear time of what needs to change. And you can really start good plans or good strategies during that time of what you want to see changing and why you want to change it. Because you're going to see how you can comfortably do it. I love Queen of Pentacles and Judgment together, especially both being upright, because that to me says comfortable change, comfortable transition and transformation. So I'm really happy to see that for you all. I think what you see of yourself now, at the beginning of July and moving on through the month, is going to be so drastically different compared to what you see during your time of the year once we get towards later September. There's a big transformation for everybody there. This, extreme retrograde summer of having like the 5 retrogrades at once is so transformative, because it's going to be so clear what you don't like about your life, or what's gone wrong, or what is a lower vibration in your life. That's going to become so clear, and the things you need to overcome, the stress or anxiety or the paranoia, any type of psychological depth or issue that's going to, even if it's not super clear, it's going to be obvious, I feel. And we have that Neptune retrograde, which can fog the mirror a bit, but it's not going to hide. So things are just going to become somewhat obvious. And I think that you can really take that and rise above that so well here. Again, that first week is truly a gift from the universe. So catalyze and capitalize. Okay, those are the two words I'm getting: catalyze and capitalize on the energies coming up. And I think they will echo and reverberate throughout the rest of the month. Week number 2, Knight of Cups reversed, rooted down by Page of Wands reversed. We can interpret that as, a Knight of Cups watery energy around you, or a Page of Wands fiery younger energy around you. But we could also interpret it as parts of your own personality. There's no reason to be covert about things. There's no reason to be hidden or secretive with Knight of Cups reversed. And with Page of Wands reversed, you don't have to start over from scratch. You don't have to blank the canvas. You don't have to, get rid of everything that you've gathered. I feel that Libra is encouraged to transform and take the lessons it has learned and continue on with the projects it has been working on for a while. It's really good to see you taking what has already been built and adding that to the fire, adding that to the forge is what I'm feeling. So don't get rid of everything you've done. Don't start over completely, but at the same time, don't try to hide things. Don't be covert. Be clear in what you're doing, even if you are trying to kind of separate from people, or if you're trying to kind of, you know, back off a little bit. Make that clear. Tell people, I'm working on my health. I'm working on, whatever it is that you're working on. You don't have to be like, oh no, it's nothing. Like I want to be with you so badly. I want, like, if you don't want to be with them, like just, you don't have to say I don't want to be with you, but you can say clearly like what it is that you have to do, versus like all these false like, oh, I'm so sorry, I really wanted to hang out with you today, but I'm feeling ill, when in reality, like, you didn't really feel bad, you just didn't want to hang out with them, and then you tell them that you did want to hang out with them, and it makes them keep trying, and it's like that headache. You have to try to get past those cycles of like building people up when it's not real. Okay, week number 3, Knight of Wands, reversed, rooted down by the moon. So that's kind of that energy again, actually. Very similar. Again, nothing covert. There's a bit of a covert theme here, where I think that Libra, isn't so clear sometimes with people in how they communicate, because you don't want to hurt people's feelings, or you don't want to be the person who discourages someone. You can still be clear in your needs without discouraging people. You can find that balance. I would also watch out for taking on too much during that time, and that's been a message for everyone too. Watch out. Knight of Wands reversed can be not quite having enough energy to pull through, not quite feeling like you are well enough rested, um, doing adventurous things, or really stimulating things just without the energy. So make sure you're eating enough, make sure you're properly hydrated, make sure you're well rested during that time. I don't like Knight of Wands reverse. There's something about it that just makes life unpleasant. So, but it doesn't mean that you can't counteract it with your own self care habits. The moon can also deal with self care as well. It's not the most typical interpretation of it. That would usually go to the star, but the moon deals a lot with what we tell ourselves we need, with the ebb and flow of our desires. And I have a new ebook coming out called Moon Symbols, which talks all about lunar healing and utilizing the moon on your own healing journey. So if you'd like to check that out, that will be linked below, because I think that you have a lot of healing of the moon to do, Libra. And even if you don't like pre-order the ebook, I would definitely look into your moon sign and maybe watch the reading for your moon sign, or see like what type of healing you can do for your moon sign, and that will help to also be giving your body enough, be giving yourself enough, because you're not quite giving yourself enough. And that in the first week of the month really kickstarted your transformation, because Queen of Pentacles is all about the perfect giving to the self. It's all about perfect comfort within the body. And that's where a lot of your transformation is coming from. So I think if some of you have been having like chronic illness or fatigue or something not feeling right in the body, this month deals a lot with facing that, and or like autoimmune things as well. You are facing that and healing from that this month, and it has a lot to do with the people around you too. I'm feeling that for Libra. Dealing with people's dissatisfaction, feeling like people are weighing really heavily on you. There is a need to distance yourself from those types of people. Week number 4, you have 5 of Wands rooted down by 6 of Wands reversed. So I always like chronological order, even if one of them is reversed. So, I think that there's confrontation around you. I think that people are not making things easy. I think that people are making things difficult. And I think that you do have to make the choice to disengage with that. Always when 5 of Wands comes up, I like to remind people disengaging is always a choice. You don't have to be constantly engaged in the confrontation. And if people are forcing their confrontation on you, maybe it's time to walk the other direction. 6 of Wands reversed. It's, movement. And watch out for being on a high horse. Watch out for being or coming across egotistical. Sometimes 6 of Wands reverse can come off a bit narcissistic or egotistical, and that might be someone around you. That might not necessarily be you. But make sure you're not... I wouldn't be giving a lot of moral advice during that time, or trying to really gauge your opinion on the morality of others. That's going to cause confrontation. It's better to be a bit more ornamental, I want to say, in people's life, and really work on your own life. I was talking for Virgo about how they need to not be ornamental and they need to really take an active part. And it's like the other way around for you, Libra. It's like a bit more ornamentalism is okay because you just don't need people like coming and trying to like really make changes in your life and really taking a super active part with you. It's more about an exhale and a decompression for you. You have Three of Wands reversed as your central theme. Three of Wands has come up so much this month. And for all the signs that it's come up for, I'm like, you've got to find your own autonomy. You've got to find your own path and your own journey. Because I have a different interpretation of Three of Wands. Some of you may have heard it. I consider it to be a very sometimes codependent energy because the three is a discordant number, and all of the rest of the wand suit is quite, other than the five, because five is also a discordant number. All of the other wands cards are very positive and optimistic and can typically be interpreted as so, but there are always exceptions. But Three of Wands I consider, especially when it's reversed, to be like prioritizing the turned backs of other people. So being a bit of a yes man, following other people's coattails, not having a lot of autonomy, not being able to stand on your own. You've got to let that pass now, and you've got to find your own autonomy and find your own sources of energy here. And that's what's going to really propel that transformation with Judgment. Judgment and the Moon are your two major arcana cards. So it's all about a change and about your change, not other people's changes, not changing other people, not taking other people along with you in the transformation, not like making it a big social event, your transformation. It's just about you and what happens alone on the inside. Okay? Much love, Libras. I'm going to take that time to conclude this reading. Enjoy your journey this month. I think it will be a very strong, empowering time, especially until your time of the year. These next few months are quite pivotal for you. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the reading, you can be sure to leave me a comment below. Tell me how it was, how it resonated, if it did or didn't. Also, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign if you would like more clarification. And I have all of my details below if you'd like to book a reading or pre-order my new ebook or check out my Patreon page. There's all kinds of other resources down there below. So yeah, and your likes and comments and subscribes as always make my day. We will be talking soon. Much love, Libras. Bye.